Another quick video for y'all, right? As I'm waiting for the train here. I watched the president's speech. Shout out to President Biden, Kamala Harris, and everything. But I will say this: as far as Ukraine getting down with NATO, I will say this: aiding Ukraine has hurt America more. I don't have no problem with us being a world power, policing the world. I don't have a problem with that. But the only problem I have with that, say for example, I live in New York. We got a lot of quote unquote immigrants, and I don't like to call them immigrants because I think we're all an immigrant to this, to this country. That's fine, but, and shout out to them. Everybody come, people criticize it. Everybody come here. This is where it is. America is where it is, baby. Where it is. People fight and die to get over here. I don't know about no other place, no other continent, no other country. So with that being said, we got all these massive immigrants coming over here, right? The mayor's overwhelmed, and where do we house them? They talk about putting them in the schools and stuff, but yet we have a lot of quote-unquote people that's here, that's homeless, people that's here that's going through things, and my campaign is definitely to end homelessness. But one of the things I realized, you got to give people, you can't dictate whether a person's going to be homeless or not. A lot of people that's homeless, I realize they're really, those who are really homeless like that, if you notice, a lot of them have mental issues. And at the end of the day, to fix homelessness, and shout out to Sean Combs, he said it. Whatever you want to fix, whatever disease you want to cure, you need money. Money is the savior in that regard. You need money. You want to help a homeless person? Give them food, give them shelter. You need money to have both of these things. So one of the things, Steve Harvey, shout out to him, he said one of the things I can help for poor people is not be one of them. Yes, but when you're in a position as a rich person, what I believe, for me, I can't speak for him. I don't know him. I don't know other people's lifestyle and everything. I know for me, if I get in a position the Lord allows me to be rich, I'm compelled to help those who are less fortunate than me. How some people don't advertise it. Me, I'm going to advertise it. You know why? You let your deeds be shown so people could give praise to the Father. Now, I don't think you should advertise doing good deeds for people if you're looking for self-praise. If you're looking for self-praise and gratification, reciprocation in that aspect, people should be grateful for you. Don't do it. Do it in secret. But if you're doing it because you realize that you are the blessing and you're doing it so the Father can get glory, let your light shine. Straight up. Going back to Ukraine. It's put us more in debt. I think, as Trump would say, America got to be first. The scriptures even teach that. You want to save your hearers. The Holy Apostle Paul taught Timothy this. Watch your life and your doctrine closely. Persevere in them. Because if you do, you will not only save yourself, but your hearers. So the point is, you want to save somebody, you got to save somebody. You got to save yourself first. And everything. Me, personally, my political view, I wouldn't even be involved with the whole situation with Ukraine. Personally, And I don't want to call it as a race thing, but aiding Ukraine, and shout out to, I have a friend. His name is Ruslan. He's from Ukraine. I don't judge the Ukrainian people, but I know when it came down to black people, that's when Ukraine, you don't hear nothing about them, and they treat them very unfairly. Allegedly, because I don't know. A lot of times we go off of stuff people say that's gossip. You don't know until you find out for yourself. But I haven't heard about no black people from Ukraine or anything. And I'm with helping everyone. Don't get me wrong. But before I help Ukraine, I got to help those in America first. So that's my mindset. We still have a lot of infrastructure issues we got to deal with. We still have a lot of mental issues. And shout out to every therapist, every psychologist. They need to be they got to be a pay raise. We still have a lot of I can't even pronounce the word. Forgive me, y'all. People have a problem. I don't have a problem with gentrification and everything. A lot of us come from the ghettos. We need to end the ghettos. We need to make better communities. A lot of us need to start policing our own communities too. And you know what it boils down to? I'm gonna be honest. At the end of the day, it's good versus evil. Shout out to Charleston White. He was talking about how when you put out something positive, you do something positive, people don't want to adhere to it. People gravitate towards negativity. You know why I realize people gravitate towards negativity? The reality is this. Most people gravitate towards negativity because they're negative and they got evil with them themselves. I mean, I think we all do some form of evil, some form of wrong. Don't get me wrong. So don't trust me. I'm not being self-righteous. I don't look down on anyone. I don't judge anyone, but I got to call it what it is. You know, they used to have the saying, why do good girls like bad guys? They not good girls. Good girls like good guys. Bad girls like bad guys. They may appear to be good, but they're really bad. You know, but we all can deal with peer pressure and influences, and that is true. So I'm wrapping up all to say this, as far as like what the president said, as far as Ukraine and NATO. I mean, that's a whole process in itself, but we got so many other issues that we're dealing with out here. You know, I'm with Trump in that aspect. You deal with what's out here first. And the reason why I'm stressing this issue, because you know what? I'm looking from the outside. By us continuing to aid Ukraine, only thing it does is antagonize Russia. And Russia's a superpower too. I don't think we want that smoke. I don't want that smoke. Think about it. You got Russia, you got Iran, you got China. You got North Korea. Can you imagine if all of them was to align to come against us? Now, we got our allies too. You know what that creates? World War III. Some things I had to learn this to mind. For me, I had to learn to mind my business. Now, I want to help Ukraine. I want to help anyone. But at the defense, I'm not going to help Ukraine by sitting up there giving them ammunition to fight back Russia and antagonize Russia in the process and everything. I'm not. You know, or if anything, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit down, and President Biden hasn't done this. And that's why I salute Trump on. I'm going to sit down with Putin. Why not? If you want to be the peacemaker, you want to resolve an issue, you don't antagonize the issue. You help resolve the issue. I'm going to sit all three of them down. I'm going to get involved. Since I'm a superpower, I'm going to meet with Putin, and I'm going to meet with the president of Ukraine and try to come with some, and get the UN, try to come with some peaceful resolve. Forget the sanctions. Try to come to, what is the solution to get this resolved? How is what they're doing? Because everything that's happening there, everything out here has risen. We're dealing with mass inflations. You know, shout out to my man Antoine Daniels, excuse me. If you've been watching, click and subscribe to him and all these people I mentioned, because if you've been watching them, yo, cars and stuff like that, repossessions is at an all-time high. So I think my train is about to come. I don't know, because it don't even show it. But I say that to say this, like, we're dealing with the effects of what's going on in other parts of the world. It's affecting us because we all trade and buy from it. We all export, import from each other. Meaning that we all, you know, we all family. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. We all need one another. You know, so these are my thoughts and views on it, you know. Once again, and black people, I'm gonna say this to you, right? All black people, you know, you want to make a change. Michael Jackson said, take a look in the mirror, look at yourself, and make the change. But if you want to have serious change in this country, you got to get in politics, because politics is the power. Congressman, senator, assemblyman, you know, advocate. You got to get into politics. We need more black people to step up in politics. We need more congressmen. We need more. We need massive numbers of y'all. We need to raise up the next president. You know what I'm saying? You know, we had a black president. We had a face. We had a black president. Shout out to Barack Obama and his wife. I will give my views on him and everything, but I choose not to, you know, because, you know, that's another conversation in itself. I would just say this. We need a black person that's in office as a black person that's going to do for us. And I'm not talking about do for us, those who stands for evil. Because at the end of the day, we can justify, yo, I'm the president of everyone. That is true. We gotta do for us as far as, you know, the good got to stand with the good. We got to end all this gangster stuff and all this, you know, the street code and all the stupidity that goes on and people adhere to. This stuff is evil at the end of the day. It's evil. You know, and at the end of the day, it comes down to whose side are you on. You either on the path of good or you on the path of evil. So shout out to my man Bible E, who sent me these scriptures in the morning, right? And it blesses me. And he shared this to me, and I'm going to go in on it on Sunday. I'm going to talk about it. He said, don't be overcome with evil, but overcome evil with good. Romans 12:21. And he says, we serve a God who will watch out for us and take care of us and our adversaries. Release your bitterness and let it dissipate in the breeze of his grace. Walk in the word. Shout out to Bible E. Overcome evil with good. Okay? That being said, and shout out to my Uncle Harvey. He said this too. On this Throwback Thursday, he said, you know what? It's not just Throwback Thursday, it's Thankful Thursday. So from now on, moving forward, I will now be calling this Throwback Thankful Thursdays. You and I have a lot to be thankful for. I just thank the Father for another day to be in the land of the living, a place to stay, food to eat, clothes to wear, income to take care of each and every bill. All right, y'all. Peace and blessing in Jesus' name.